How do we let people know our personal services versus our products? What I would recommend on your website, explain the difference between the services that you have and the different product offerings that you have. This can be done again with like a checklist or a grid or matrix, or even a video, so you can explain the differences. One strategy that that I've worked with our funeral boardroom members is to send new families to an introductory webpage before the arrangement conference. And what this will do is introduce them or refresh them to your service and product offerings that you have. It can be some new ones, so maybe you're offering tribute blankets now, or maybe you're cremation jewelry. And so when people go to that page, they're kind of pre-educated on things that that they may not be aware of, and it might even be like a video tribute. Maybe it's been 15 years since they have made a funeral arrangement. So what happens is, after the first call is taken, or at the time of the first call, get an email address and just say, just have this as part of the dialogue for taking the first call. Say, no, we have some resources that we could send you before you come in for your arrangement for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Do you have an email address that I could send that information to you? And so, part of some funeral directors think, oh, they're never going to give us our email address. They think we're going to spam them. Well, no, they've just phoned you and they're going to entrust you with their loved one. So I think giving you your email address isn't that big of a deal, especially if you're going to send them some helpful information. Then they go to that page, they read it, they get introduced to having choosing clergy, or maybe even a celebrant. Maybe they don't know the difference. So maybe they're thinking of not having anything because they thought, well, we're either going to have a religious service, and Dad wasn't religious, so we're not going to have anything. Now you've given them another option. The benefit then is when they come to the arrangement, they're way more prepared, and you're not there. And I know what it's like. It's an hour and a half into the arrangement, and you're going through all the checklists of all the things that you need to cover because that's what the boss said to do. And it's just hard. Oh, now I got to bring up the tribute blanket. So, you kind of like take a deep breath, and another thing that I'd like to show you is, we have these tribute blankets. We have one displayed here, and they're like, what? They're getting tired, and they just kind of think like, oh, this is just like the cash registers like adding up, versus them coming in, you're having a little chat, and them say, hey, now don't let me forget, we want one of those tribute blankets. We saw that on the website before we came in. So it just totally reverses the situation, and disarms them. And then you could, oh, sure. And now you're just providing information. You're not trying to sell them. So that's something that could be really beneficial.